Hey, welcome to my channel. Solana is one of the most exceptional blockchains available, having just sent off in 2020. In its short presence, it has previously burst its direction into the main 10 digital forms of money by market cap and definitely procured itself a standing as a likely Ethereum killer. The most recent year and a half have been one of the most intriguing periods in digital money's set of experiences, with DeFi stages taking off in prevalence, expanded revenue from standard financial backers, and the public's apparently unending craving for non-fungible tokens. In any case, as the business keeps on developing, so too do the requests put on the main blockchains that have the new ventures introducing this new time. No place is this more clearer than with Ethereum, the most famous stage for DeFi. It is widely known that the different undertakings running on the organization have caused critical blockage, which has prompted excessive gas expenses. This thusly has prompted numerous designers looking for another option, and that is where tasks like Solana have stepped in. Solana offers high rates at low expenses and is fit for supporting all the most recent blockchain developments. In addition, designers and financial backers have rushed to understand its worth, and in under 2 years subsequent to sending off, SOL went from exchanging under $1 to a record high of $259.96. So is Solana set to secure itself as one of the main blockchains available. Furthermore, is presently a great opportunity to put resources into its local token, SOL. In the accompanying Solana cost expectation for 2025 and 2030, we'll consider what the future might hold for the undertaking. A brief history of Solana. The possibility that would ultimately support the Solana project was first mooted in 2017 with the distribution of pioneer Anatoly Yakovenko's white paper that illustrated a progressive time-stamp system called proof of history, favoring this later. At the time, versatility issues had been related to any semblance of Ethereum and Bitcoin, and Yakovenko accepted his innovation would consider a lot quicker, more adaptable blockchain networks. As his undertaking assembled pace, Yakovenko was joined by previous Qualcomm graduated class Greg Fitzgerald and Stephen Akridge. The threesome started taking the underlying thought further and would ultimately shape Solana Labs, and all through 2018, the group brought more than $20 million up in subsidizing. Following a broad testing stage, Solana went live in 2020. Why is Solana so special? Having been created north of quite a long while and just sending off in 2020, the group behind Solana had the option to set planned decisions in view of the expectations of the advanced blockchain industry. At the end of the day, they had the option to zero in on the vital basics of adaptability, interoperability and adaptability that designers need to send off their applications. By all accounts, Solana works similar as some other brilliant chain. It has a local digital money, SOL, which supports the whole framework and permits clients to assemble applications, process exchanges, and boosts those partaking in the running of the organization. Be that as it may, the vital advancement of the Solana project is most likely its timestamp framework called proof of history. The specific activities of PO are accept the SOL token. Driving the Solana convention is its local token, SOL. SOL is worked by the SPL standard, which is really Solana's likeness Ethereum's ERC20. SOL has two purposes on the organization. It tends to be utilized to pay utilization expenses and is a fundamental piece of the agreement system. SOL can likewise have further purposes relying upon the way things are used by dApps based on Solana. Chainbit, for instance, involves SOL as a feature of a democratic framework. As indicated by the Solana Foundation, SOL will have an absolute stock cap of 489 million. At the hour of compassing, there is a flowing inventory of 319,659,142. There is likewise a consume instrument, wherein half of the charges gathered on the stage are forever taken out from dissemination. Seeing SOL's price history. SOL was first recorded back in April 2020, and from that point forward, it has seen huge development. At first, it had an exchanging cost of 87 cents, however this declined to around 60 cents, and, notwithstanding some little variance, SOL remained around this cost for a long time. Notwithstanding, toward the finish of summer, the token had taken off past the dollar, and in September it had reached $4.79, development of practically 500% in under a year. The solid exhibition that SOL found in the last 50% of 2020 was nothing contrasted with what was to come in 2021. By February, the token had moved to $15.16, and a supported bull followed over March and April that pushed it up to $47.66. SOL's cost then, at that point, spiked again in May, coming to an exceptional $56.20 in the third 7-day stretch of the month. There then followed a cool down and a decent measure of instability over the late spring. However, when September showed up, SOL went through the first of a few significant rises. SOL flooded by more than 360% in under a month and hit an exchanging cost of $189.34. A slight slump followed before SOL spiked to $203.17 in October. November 2021 was Solana's best month to date, with a symbolic taking off to its untouched high of $259.96. The market then, at that point, dialed back in all cases, before a decline in January took Solana to around $89.60. Is Solana really an Ethereum killer? There's no question that Solana is an exceptionally progressed blockchain, and its mix of confirmation of history and evidence of stake makes it profoundly adaptable. Solana can likewise flaunt a lot of lower expenses than a significant number of its adversary brilliant chains. However, could it at any point truly clash with Ethereum? While Solana is the more up-to-date stage, we learn about its merits pointing that there are other brilliant chains that can outflank Ethereum, and, as things stand, Solana actually falls behind Cardano and Binance as far as market cap. We likewise need to recollect that Ethereum is presently going through significant redesigns which will in principle make it a lot quicker and with less expensive gas charges. On paper, Solana can contend with any brilliant chain out there, however financial backers ought to continuously remember that specialized prevalence doesn't necessarily in every case liken over returns. All things considered, Bitcoin actually overwhelms the market in spite of being the most seasoned token available. Where to buy Solana crypto asset? If you're hoping to add Solana to your portfolio, then fortunately the token is recorded on many significant trades. In the event that you are yet to pick a supplier, we'd suggest looking at eToro, as the stage has probably the best standing in the business and offers an abundance of data and assets on everything exchanging and speculation. Opening a record is straightforward and, once checked, you'll approach eToro's honor-winning exchanging program. Regardless of whether you decide not to put resources into Solana, you'll find eToro records numerous other top tokens, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Avalanche and Curve. What is Solana? Solana is a high-level blockchain stage that upholds every one of